Gunther didn't raise his voice. He didn't demand time on Raw. He didn't step into the ring or stand beneath bright lights. Instead, he chose something far colder. A single Instagram post. Earlier in the day, while fans were scrolling casually, while wrestlers were preparing for shows, while the industry moved as it always does, Gunther stopped everything with one image. No build-up, no teaser, no warning. The photo was stark and unsettling. Gunther stood alone in what looked like a dim backstage corridor or private room. No championship belt, no theatrics, just him, his posture rigid, shoulders squared, expression blank. In his right hand, he held a printed photo of John Cena. Not a celebratory image, not a smiling, triumphant Cena. It was a photo of Cena in the ring, sweat-soaked, battered, exhausted. A man who had been through war. And beneath the image, just two words. Done. Dusted. No hashtags. No emojis. No explanation. Within seconds, the wrestling world erupted. Fans replayed the image again and again, zooming in, analyzing every detail. Wrestlers backstage reportedly froze mid-conversation as phones were pulled out. Producers, agents, and veterans exchanged looks. Because Gunther doesn't do anything accidentally. Every move he makes is intentional. For months, John Cena has been speaking in a different tone. His words have carried more weight. His appearances have felt more meaningful. He's spoken about time, about gratitude, about the importance of every moment. Not outright retirement talk, but close enough that everyone understands the subtext. John Cena is nearing the end. And Gunther knows exactly where to strike. Gunther has never been interested in nostalgia. He doesn't applaud legacies. He doesn't bow to history. To him, wrestling is about dominance, about stripping away illusion until only reality remains. He doesn't defeat opponents. He dismantles them. To Gunther, John Cena isn't the greatest of all time. He's the greatest target. Backstage sources say when Cena saw the post, the room went silent. Cena didn't react immediately. He stared at the screen, jaw tight, eyes fixed. Seconds passed, longer than expected. Someone asked if he'd seen it. Cena nodded. That was it. No outburst, no sarcastic smile, no quick comeback, just silence. Cena stood up, grabbed his gear, and walked toward the locker room mirror. Those nearby said he didn't look angry. He looked focused, like a man suddenly forced to confront something he's been trying not to think about. Because Gunther didn't just insult him. He declared him finished. Later that night, Cena declined the chance to address it publicly. He declined social media. He declined camera time. Instead, he taped his wrists in silence, staring at his reflection. The familiar fire was there, but so was something else. Urgency. Meanwhile, Gunther posted nothing else. He didn't need to. Those two words echoed louder with every passing hour. Done. Dusted. To Gunther, this wasn't speculation. It wasn't hype. It was a conclusion he had already reached. In his mind, John Cena represents an era that refuses to accept its ending. And Gunther sees himself as the one who delivers that ending. The WWE Universe now finds itself asking the same question. Is Gunther calling his shot? Or has he already written the final chapter of John Cena's story? Because when Gunther decides something is over, history says he rarely changes his mind. And John Cena knows that. As the day turned into night, the tension only intensified. John Cena still hadn't posted. No cryptic response. No defiant message. No reassurance to fans. And that silence felt heavier than any promo ever could. Because when Cena chooses silence, it usually means he's preparing for something bigger. Backstage, the atmosphere shifted. Veterans whispered. Younger talent watched closely. Everyone understood the implications. Gunther wasn't just provoking a match. He was challenging the very idea that legends control their own endings. Officials reportedly debated whether Gunther's post crossed a line. But there was nothing to discipline. No threat, no profanity, just confidence. Cold, undeniable confidence. And that's what made it dangerous. Gunther doesn't exaggerate. He doesn't bluff. He doesn't speak unless he believes every word. To him, John Cena isn't untouchable. He's human, worn down, slower, carrying years of battles in his body. And Gunther believes it's his duty to expose that truth. Cena finally addressed the situation later that night, but not in front of cameras. He spoke quietly to a small group backstage. His voice was calm, controlled. He hasn't earned the right to say that. That was all. Those who heard it said the words carried more weight than any shouted promo ever could. Because Cena wasn't denying the reality of time. He wasn't pretending he's invincible. He was demanding respect. John Cena has faced everything this business can throw at a man. He's been booed out of buildings. He's been doubted, criticized, written off, and rebuilt. He's beaten giants, survived monsters, and carried the company through its most turbulent eras. But Gunther represents something different. Not a rival chasing fame. Not a villain seeking attention. Gunther is inevitability. He doesn't care about chance. He doesn't care about memories. He doesn't care how many people grew up believing in John Cena. To Gunther, emotions are irrelevant. Only outcomes matter. And the outcome he sees is clear. A legend standing in his way. Gunther believes legends don't deserve graceful exits. He believes they must be exposed. Broken. Shown that the ring no longer belongs to them. To defeat John Cena wouldn't just elevate Gunther. It would rewrite history. It would prove that even the greatest name of a generation can be reduced to a moment. A photo. 2 words. Done. Dusted. Now the entire WWE universe waits. Waiting to see if Cena will confront Gunther face to face. Waiting to see if Gunther will repeat those words in the ring. Waiting to see whether this is the beginning of one last stand, or the confirmation of an ending. Because if these two collide, it won't be about championships. It won't be about records. It will be about pride versus time. Legacy versus reality. And when that bell finally rings, there will be no captions. No filters. No edits. Only truth. Either John Cena reminds the world why his name became immortal. Or Gunther becomes the man forever remembered as the one who ended an era. And once that happens, there is no repost, no apology, no second chance, only history being decided in real time.